Hi, my name's Ashley, and I was recently diagnosed with breast cancer. I kind of wanted to document the journey a little bit through a vlog. Um, I kind of thought about the idea a little bit back and forth in my head, and then my sister encouraged me to go ahead and do it. So um, that's kind of my goal, is to tell my story and hopefully connect with others who are going through the same thing, and possibly spread some awareness to prevent this sort of thing from happening and to catch it as early as I did, luckily. So about 3 weeks ago, I was showering, and I've never done any kind of self breast exam. I'm 38, so it never really crossed my mind to do any sort of self checks or mammograms or anything like that. So I was showering, and as I was showering, I felt a lump on the lower part of my left breast. Kind of wasn't sure what it was. I didn't know if it was something to worry about, but I definitely felt something there. So just to get some kind of confirmation, I had my partner feel it to see what his thoughts were. He definitely felt something too and encouraged me to follow up with a doctor. So I called the advice nurse line and told them what was going on. They got me in to see a doctor pretty quickly, who was not my primary care doctor, but the next available. I met with her. She confirmed she also felt something too, and she ordered a mammogram. And this was my first mammogram. I've never had anything like this. And this is all in the span of like, oh my gosh, like 2 weeks that this all kind of progressed. So I go in for my mammogram. Never had anything like that in my life. It was, I won't call it painful, but it was definitely uncomfortable. So they did one round of mammogram imaging, and then later came back and got me in that same appointment and wanted to take a closer look at the left breast, which kind of made me go, oof, okay, maybe it is something then. So then afterward, I was brought into a room to do an ultrasound of my breast. And I kind of watched along, and to a untrained eye, an ultrasound kind of just looks like clouds and stuff, but I could see what she was seeing too. And so after that, she said, go ahead and get dressed, wait here, doctor will come in and speak with you. And that moment my heart kind of dropped, because I was like, why would they come and talk to me right now, So I get dressed and I wait, and the doctor comes in and tells me that they found 2 suspicious masses that they are concerned about, and asked if I could come in immediately the next day for a biopsy. And I was scared. I was definitely scared. It was just not what I thought was going to happen. I kind of thought, oh, they're gonna think this girl's crazy, like, she's too young. It's probably just, I've breastfed 5 kids, so I thought maybe it was something having to do with that, or I didn't think it would go beyond that. So I got in the next day for the biopsy, and that was painful. That was uncomfortable, painful, not a pleasant experience, but the staff was amazing. So a few days after that, I was at home, and I got the phone call from the doctor himself who performed the biopsy and confirmed that the 2 masses that were found were tested positive for invasive ductal carcinoma in both. Both masses are pretty small. I think one is a few centimeters. The other one's even less than that. So he explained that a cancer nurse would be in touch with me to arrange further treatments and go from there, and he was very sorry and very kind about it. Immediately after that phone call, I cried and cried and cried, because the word cancer just, it's scary, and you don't know what that could mean. Does that mean I'm dying? Does that mean, you know, I have kids I want to watch grow up, and, you know, all these things start flying through your head. And luckily my partner was home at the time when I got the phone call, so he was there to kind of calm me down a little bit and be supportive and talk it through. And, you know, so I spoke with the cancer nurse the same day. We arranged an appointment to come back and meet with the oncology team, and I had that appointment today. And just a quick little thing I want to say here. I am so impressed with how quickly the doctors and medical team and staff and everybody, from the first phone call I made expressing concern to an advice nurse, all the way up until now, everybody has been just on their game with following up and making this a priority, and, you know, treating me with dignity and respect and very kind. And, you know, I've been terrified through the biopsy. I was so scared. I think I had a panic attack. I was sweating and crying, and those nurses and doctors are just wonderful. It's been as terrible of a thing as this is to go through it, it's been a good experience. So anyways, today I had the appointment to talk about the treatment plan. So we decided that we are going to do a lumpectomy to remove the masses. They are also going to remove some breast tissue around each tumor, and I believe she said 2 to 3 lymph nodes as well. So once those are removed, oncologists will examine the tumors, and we'll see if chemo is necessary or not at that point. After surgery, I will also be doing radiation, and I will be taking tamoxifen. They said probably for the next 5 or 10 years, just to hopefully prevent anything from recurring. I did have the option to do a mastectomy and remove the entire breast, but, you know, weighing the options, I just felt like the lumpectomy would be a better option, because I still, you know, if there's something I can do to save my body in some way, then I wanted to do it that way. So that was the plan we all agreed on. I left that appointment. On my drive home, they called back and said, hey, we have an opening for surgery tomorrow afternoon. Can you make it? And I said, yeah, let's do it. So I immediately called my family. We arranged to have my partner drop me off and my son pick me up when it's done. And everybody kind of pulled together, and we're gonna do this. My sister's been on standby anytime I need to get a hold of her or talk to her about anything, and she's been wonderful. My friends, everybody's been so supportive and kind, and this has all happened so quickly, and it's still kind of hard to wrap my head around it, that I have breast cancer, that this is happening, this is real. And I mean, like I said, it was like 3 weeks ago I found this, and now I'm going to surgery tomorrow. So I'm very thankful that this is all happening so quickly, and hopefully this can be a chapter in my life that I look back on and remember. And I know there's going to be a journey ahead, and it's going to take some being a little tough about it and facing it and handling it and getting through it. And but I've really come to realize that I have a lot of support. I have a lot of people on my side. I'm not in this alone, and it's been wonderful. So my goal is to follow up and hopefully film after surgery. Maybe I'll take some pictures or something. I'm scared, I'm nervous, but I'm also ready to fight this and get it over with, and yeah, and live life again. So wish me luck, and until then, take your self breast exam seriously. Do them. They don't take long. Anything that you feel is out of place or feels weird, anything at all, do not be afraid to reach out. The care team is wonderful, and while I was at the appointment, they called overhead and said, hey, radiology is free. If you'd like a mammogram, all you have to do is walk up today. There's no appointment necessary. They will take walk-ins. If you find anything, if something feels weird, you can just go walk in and they will provide a mammogram. So take care of yourselves, and yeah, let's get this over with.